I was out for a world championship over in Greece. Kind of one of the first times fighting internationally, and there's a big thing with like water retention when you're on the plane and stuff, so it's a little bit different. And I was young, inexperienced, and just kind of getting used to it. I had a lot more to cut than what I thought I did, so I spent like 6 hours in and out of this bath. Had friends on FaceTime to make sure that I wasn't like, pass out when I was cutting the weight. Anyway, after like 6 hours and I lost like 6 kilos, I still had 0.5 to go, but I needed to go to the arena to weigh in. Because I still had a little bit to go, I had sauna suits on, I had joggers, jumpers, hats, and we're in Greece and it's like 30 degrees and I'm already like half dead. So I go into the taxi, tell him where the place is that we need to go. He drives me over to this location, tells me to walk forward for 10 minutes, and I'm like looking around and it's like this deserted area. And anyway, I'm walking forward and what only be described as like this deserty, abandoned place. So I'm completely dehydrated to the absolute maximum and I start to completely give way and start to collapse down into the floor. I start stripping everything off. For some reason, I don't have any fluids on me. And man, there was a point there where I had nowhere to walk, I had no fluids, and my body just started to cramp and shut down, and I thought, fuck man, this is it. And that was like one of the scariest times I've ever had weight cutting. And for some reason, there was like a police officer doing rounds. He drove through. It wasn't even a road. There was no reason for him to be there. He came over, see me, luckily spoke English, and picked me up off the floor. I told him where the arena was, and the taxi driver had actually taken me to the old Olympic place that was completely abandoned. So I ended up getting to the arena later on, and when you're weighing in for a fight, everybody's dying to get on that scale. And I walked into this room where there was probably 50 fighters waiting to get weighed in, and everybody turned around, looked at me and like parted and was like, yeah, you go, man, you get on the scale first. I say it now jovially, but weight cutting is such a dangerous part of the sport, and you see like tragedies which just don't need to be happening in the sport of people losing their lives. And I think there needs to be like a big kind of change in the weight cut culture. People will gloat how much weight they cut, but like I say, there's people that have fucking lost their lives to this kind of thing, like it's not something to be gloating about. And I feel like the culture of the weight cutting stuff needs to change. And like I've made a big change in the way that I approach it. I was blessed to be able to work with one of the best nutritionists in the world, Ian Larios. The change of having an educated approach to it is like miles different. So try not to just think about winging it, just getting through it. Like educate yourself on it. If you can't, like have someone educated in the area so you know how to do it safely, and life around weight cutting becomes so much easier. The amount that I drop now is significantly lower to what I used to. You have better performances, you feel better day to day, and it's fucking safer, man.